guys, today we're looking at and comparing the Sheeping brand versus the DEXI brand of non-slip tub and shower mats. So let's get right into it. Over here on the DEXI side, you can see these are raised squares with some drainage holes throughout. It is more of a smooth kind of plasticky surface to it. And over here on the Sheeping side, kind of that same smooth plasticky surface, but you have these raised bubbles instead of the squares. So there are going to be a lot of pros and cons, differences between these two. The first one being aesthetics. Personally, I like the look of this DEXI mat a little bit more. I think it's a little bit thicker of a material. It looks a little more solid in my opinion. So aesthetically, the DEXI comes out in front there. As far as feeling good when walking on it, that's where the Sheeping feels a little bit better. Versus you don't feel much here. It's just a little bit of a textured surface with these squares. But here these bumps feel a little bit nicer under your feet, even though this mat itself is a little thinner. One of the biggest differences is how grippy this mat is. Neither one are particularly grippy as far as texture, but I do find that the bubbles give me a little more support when standing in the shower than these squares do. I feel like out of all the bath mats that I've tried, this one was the least non-slip as far as the surface is concerned. But even more important than that, where this DEXI mat really disappointed were these suction cups. You can see there's significantly less suction cups on this DEXI mat than there are on the Sheeping mat. And what few suction cups there are here don't do a great job at gripping to your tub or shower surface, at least in my experience. It tended to slide around a little bit more than the Sheeping mat did. So that's just as important as the surface being non-slip as this mat actually gripping to the surface of your tub or shower. So something very important to consider. Both of these are easily washable, machine washable, both have drainage holes to them. So at the end of the day, I do think there are so many more pros to the Sheeping brand than there are to the DEXI brand. Pretty much everything but aesthetics, and aesthetics are so subjective that you might find this better looking anyway. But in most cases, I would definitely recommend people to go with the Sheeping brand over the DEXI brand. Not that this is bad, but I do just believe that the Sheeping is a little bit better in most categories that I tested on.